ॐ ॐ यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यं वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै ब्रह्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्रस्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शङ्करार्याय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनाम्बुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। So having defined what are the fourfold qualifications required for a seeker to be qualified as student of Vedanta, which means to be qualified for this endeavor of knowledge. Since it is an endeavor of knowledge, you want this endeavor to be fruitful, to be successful, which means that this effort of person, this whole transaction should culminate in conclusive understanding about the self. And as a result, the ignorance is destroyed. This destruction of ignorance and the attainment of Brahma Bhava is called as liberation. That itself is liberation, in which there is total annihilation of dukkham. There is no other way where dukkham is annihilated. So therefore, now these fourfold qualifications are extremely important to be noted. Otherwise, some Tom, Dick, and Harry are passing on the road decides, well, I'm going to study Vedanta. Oh, because it is like wonderful. Because the phalam of this knowledge is liberation. But do you, sir, have the necessary qualification? So for that reason, one must gather these qualities. How does one gather these qualities? Not by asking people, hey, tell me, I'm Viveki or not. See, everybody calls me Viveki. You ask people around how detached I am. Hey, so nobody needs to give you a certificate about your detachment. Nobody has to give you a certificate. If you have it, its result will be seen. And therefore, lokeke. Now, furthermore, we have seen up to mumuksha. But why these fourfold qualities are required? Can we not do with only one? Just this morning, when we were studying Tatvanusandhana, there was a mention that Bhagwan Bhashakara says that this uh, sadhana chatushtaya sampannam. So this sadhana chatushtaya sampannata is the visheshanam adjective of this sadhaka. Okay, but some people are saying of the sadhana chatushtaya, only the intense earnestness for liberation, meaning mumuksha alone is sufficient enough. The rest of them will come, follow the steps of mumuksha. What you require is more. But Bhashyakara is of the opinion that all the four are required over here. So now, Vasudeva Yatishwar also is explaining to us as why all the four are required. We could have done with only one. He says, Loke keshanchit nityanitya vastu viveke satyapi vairagyasya adarshanat iha mutrat kalabhoga viragenapi bhavitavyam iti uktam. Because there may be some people who will have this discrimination of nitya and anitya. Correct? Where did we see such one specimen? Are Hiranyakashipu. You remember that story of Hiranyakashipu? Now he goes about telling the wife of Hiranyaksha and his own mother. These two women are grieving and wailing over the death of Hiranyaksha. And he goes and gives them Upadesh. Are, what is there? The body is Anitya. So also everything over here is Anitya only. Atma is Nitya. Don't you know? And he gives them some Upadesha. Now his Upadesha is also so powerful that these two women also overcome the grief. But what happens to this fellow? He takes a total somersault and goes to do the tapa, to wanting to make the body immortal. You remember that? Huh? So, loke keshanchit nityanitya vastu viveke satyapi. And you will hear this from your neighbors and from your relatives. Oh, you are spiritual, na? And still you get angry. Your wife and your sons and daughters will taunt you all the time, or your husband. Oh, you're spiritual and still like this, huh? Which means that there is some sort of nityanitya vastu viveka, but the vairagyam which is required is not seen. And so vastu viveke satyapi, though viveka is present, vairagyasya darshanat. Vairagyam is not seen, adarshanat. And therefore now we have to mention vairagya also as a qualification. And so, how is Vairagya mentioned as a qualification over here? Iha mutra phalabhoga viragena pi bhavitavyam. Okay? This morning you did, right? Jihasa. What is this Vairagyam? It is a form of atyanta jihasa, anitya dosha darshanena. So it is generated by this anitya dosha darshanam, and it is the form of it is jihasa. Jihasa means it is also a desire. But what kind of desire? Desire to give up. Jihasa. That is there. So viragena api bhavitavyam iti uktam. Tad ubhaya satvepi, though a person may have nitya nitya viveka, he may even have viraga also. Yet that person may be have he can have a mercurial temper, can get angry, and not only that he gets angry, and he also has the power even to curse, sharp, uh, gets angry and also gets angry. So Swamiji, you are also getting angry. Then something is lacking. All the time angry. So what happened over here? Tad ubhaya satvepi, though both of these things may be there, yet api means in spite of yeshancha drishishwaranam उपतापादि दर्शनात् shamadinam api bhavitavyam iti uktam. So these people are also Rishishwara. They are not ordinary people. They are people who have lot of tapa in life. Yet they also can have like the anger, etc. Upatap. So, getting angry, and that is displayed outside, and sometimes get person may get angry and he boils inside, tap inside, hope and tap, tapa the darshan. So now obviously the person who has copa and tap, is he at peace? Will he be at peace? No, obviously not. He's angry. Once that the person is there in front of him, he's angry then. And then he goes fuming, fretting to his room. Over there also, huh? The volcano is fuming. You remember, you know this. And therefore, what is there? Since there is no peace, he requires, if your mind is not at peace, what will happen? Obviously, the knowledge will not take place. Why the knowledge will not take place? Because it will get distorted. All these things, emotions, etc. What will these emotions do? It will distort the knowledge. Is distorted knowledge knowledge? Distorted knowledge is called as an error. So you are doing all this effort of Shravana Manana, but where is it taking you? Into error. So those great teachers also, great people also there, there is no doubt about their uh, devotion, etc. But what happened is that they could not come to this because of some sort of, you know, dvesha, etc. They said, no, how can Atma be Brahman? No, Atma is not. Brahman is something else only. So even after doing the entire Shastra Parishilanam, where does this person come to? To the same point where he was even earlier, even before the Shastra, he could have the Shastra. Because even before he began learning the Shastra, what was he saying? I am Jiva. Huh? Now he is saying, I am still a Jiva. So what have you learned? What difference did the Shastra make? Now, previously you were saying, I'm an ordinary Jiva. Now, what you are saying, I'm a spiritual Jiva. Yeah, what difference? So you see, this is how it is. Okay. Then, therefore, tad ubhayasatvepi eshanchadrishishwaranam opata. So, what is it that has not allowed the knowledge to take place, or it has distorted the knowledge, twisted it? Is because the Shamadama was not there in ample measure. And therefore, is Shamadama required or not? Therefore, Shamadama is also required. Hmm? Shamadama is also required. Shamadinamapi bhavitavyam iti uktam. Now, a person may have Nityanitya Vastu Viveka. He may have Viraga also, and he may even have Shamadamadi. Yet, you still have to have one more thing. Otherwise, what will happen? It will not be completed. If this called etat tritaye satyapi, so these three things are there. Keshanchit bhakteshwara upasakanam, bhakteshwara upasakanam, jnanadhikara darshanat, mumukshyapi vitavyam. Now, this is a very interesting topic, a wonderful topic. In the whole of Bhagavatam, etc., you come across these things again and again. In Bhagavad Gita, also, Bhagwan points out to this particular thing. There are some devotees, and there is no doubt about their absolute dedication, devotion to the holy feet, lotus feet of the Lord. Okay. Now, what these people say is that we do not want dharma, means swargadi loka. We do not want any artha, money or anything in this world also. Artha, or even any objects of desire, stri and etc. I do not want. So dharma, artha, kama is not wanted by them. So also they say, I do not want even moksha. Then what is it that you want? He says, I want only the devotion to the lotus feet of Lord. Now you see, now such a devotee who does not want any of these purusharthas, but is seeking only devotion to the Lord's feet. Okay? This is not ordinary thing. About such people, the Lord takes up the responsibility. तेषां सततयुक्तानां क्या है श्लोक दो हाँ
भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्
हाँ
येषां सत्ययुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्
नेक्स्ट लाइन ददामि बुद्धि योगम तम येन भामुपयान्ति ते. Now the Lord takes up that responsibility, that the knowledge is delivered to those devotees. The devotee does not want, but it is the Lord who takes up and blesses such a devotee with this knowledge. Okay? So there will be some bhakta, Ishwar Upasaka, but he does not want moksha. So he is not a mumukshu. Since he does not want moksha, do you think he is going to sit and then listen to all these things? Will he sit and listen? He will say, oh, don't talk to us. Tell me about the beauty of Lord's feet. Ah, talk to me about the Leela of Lord. Correct? He does not say that, Leela means the uh, sports, the divine sports of Lord. Sports means some other Olympic. Divine Leela of Lord. So tell us about the nature of Lord's compassion. So the devotee is not interested in listening to all this, what is Panchikaranam and all that. That how Atma is different from all the Panchakoshas. He says maybe if Atma can be different from Panchakoshas. What will I do? He does not give me. So he says, keep it on. So do you think he is going to be an adhikari for the Vedantic Jnanam? It is only Ishvara who now takes the responsibility of such a devotee to light that lamp of knowledge in his heart. It is the Lord who takes. Okay? Because that devotee is absolutely dependent only on Paramatma, on the Lord. Therefore, in that case, but now we have to remember such a bhakta or an Ishvara upasaka, he does not have any mumuksha. Will he over here put in any effort to understand this book? Obviously not. And therefore, what is it? What more quality is required in order for a person to be the qualified seeker of Vedanta? Which quality is required?
Mumukshatvam.
Mumukshatvam is required. And therefore, now we see why fourfold qualities were mentioned. You understand? Why fourfold qualities were mentioned? And therefore, you cannot afford to dismiss or disregard any one of them. So, Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha, Iha Mutra Phalabhoga, Viragaha, Shamadhi Shataka Sampattihi, and finally,
Mumukshatvam.
Mumukshatvam.
No, sometimes you will have to use your Vaikhari Vani. Mumukshutvam is all this is. Mumukshayapi bhavitavyam. The next topic is Guru Pasakti. सारे फोन अभी आने हैं. हाँ, गुरु प्रसक्ति दिन भर कोई नहीं करता. अभी प्लान करके Guru Pasakti means approaching the teacher. And about having a guru in life, I will tell you what Maharaj Ji used to say. Swami Akhandanji Maharaj Ji from Vrindavan. Once somebody asked Maharaj Ji, do we need to have a guru in life? Maharaj Ji asked that person, are you that, you please tell me, are you Sarvajna? That you know everything already? If you do not know, then will you not make a mistake? Are you bound to make a mistake or not? If you are bound to make a mistake, don't you think that there should be someone who can tell you that you have made a mistake, and you also have that openness to accept the mistake in front of such a person? Okay? Otherwise, whole world is all the time telling you that, you are making mistakes, and not only that you are making mistakes, you living in this world itself is a mistake, according to some people. You are a mistake only. Your whole life is a mistake. You should not be living. The right thing will be, you should be gone. So now what happens? Are you ready to accept though these people are telling you? No. So you require somebody who can pull your ears and you will still be ready to accept it and change. Don't you think? And so Maharaj said, are you that unfortunate that you don't have anybody to tell you this? That's why we must have somebody in life who can tell us, who can tell us. Otherwise, this whole Western concept, of my self-respect, this and that, what are you to do with that when you won't be able to make any progress? It's okay, self-respect is fine, you are respected. Now, what more? At least have one place from where you are not demanding respect. Have at least one place where you can have some, surrender. So therefore, ordinarily also one must have a guru. But when it comes to Brahmajnanam, there is no other way. See, rest of it is Vyavahara. In Vyavahara also you require, whether it is the Karma Shastra or Upasana Shastra, Bhakti Shastra. Over there also you require guru. And when it comes to Brahmajnanam, there is no way other than the guru, no escape. So therefore, Guru Upasati is not optional, without which it is not going to be possible. Therefore, evam rupo adhikari upahara samitpanihi san sadgurum upagamya namaskritya vishwasa vinayabhyam sah he swamin he bhagavan he guru iti sambodhya. So now such an adhikari, now already he is carrying all these qualities. Okay. Evam Rupa Adhikari Upahara Samitpani, carrying some offering, some, at least if nothing else, if he has some wild flowers, he takes. Okay. Some people come and then, when they come, they pluck the flowers from here only. And then they have some this song also to sing. Tera tujhko kar kya lage mera. They sing that song also. From this garden only, and I told these people, don't pluck these flowers, they are made for the temple. It is so cold and all, we have the flowers don't come. And then one flower is there, this fellow wants to pluck that only and bring. If nothing, Samit Pani, go bring some one agarbatti from your home, na? That, any which ways. Evam Rupo Adhikari Upahara Samit Pani. Son carrying some offering in the hand. Samit means that the dry twigs meant for the Agnikari. If the teacher is some Agnihotri, etc. So then Samit Pani, son Sadgurum Upagamya, and he approaches the teacher. Then approaching the teacher, what does he do? The teacher only has to do Namaskar, Aage, please come, please, Swagat. You should, he said, I have come, you should stand over there in Swagat. Where is my Purna Kumbha? And Sadguru Upagamya Namaskritya. Some of them come, and then it is a great opportunity for me for Antakarna Shuddhi. Because then they come, they say that Swamiji, we have come to do some seva here. And all the while, I only have to do something for them. Seva. And so, namaskritya, for then with folded hands, Vishwas, and that namaskar is also not like, just superficial. Vishwasa Vinaya. So, as if when you fold a hand, one hand is off, Vishwas, and other one is Vinaya. Vinaya means what? What is the meaning of
Humble,
Vinaya?
humble.
Huh?
Humble.
Humility. Humility.
Humility. What were you saying, Bhanu?
I told humbleness.
Correct. Humility, humbleness, it is there. So Vishwas, one is Vishwas, the other is, and like that. Vinaya Bhyam Saha. Then what does he do? He says this, Hey Swami, he addresses the teacher. Okay, you have to, when you address with, what do they call it? Uh, in vocative case, it means that you are drawing the attention of the person. Right? You are drawing their attention. So over here it is required that you seek the grace, the attention of the teacher. Oh, we like this idea. I'm always attention seeker. No, not attention seeking means that, you know, that Hey Swamin, Hey Bhagavan, Hey Guru, iti sambodhya, which means this is it will come naturally if there is Vinaya. Okay? Iti sambodhya. जीव कहा ईश्वर कहा जगत कीदृशम एतत्रितयम कस्मात् आगतम कस्मात् गमिष्यति इति प्रश्नम कुर्यात्. And then he should ask the pertinent questions. And how is that jijnasa? What is the jijnasa? Jiva kaha. What is this nature of this jiva? Ishvara kaha. What is the nature of Ishvara? Jagat Kidrisham, what is the nature of this Jagat also? Though we are experiencing, but we are really not able to come to the conclusion as what this Jagat is. It is all confusing. Is not it true? How is it? All confusing wherever you go, thinking that this will become my refuge. That very thing becomes the demon chasing you. Ah, so over there, Jagat Kidrisham. Etatritayam kasmat agatam. And how has all these three, the Jagat, Jiva, and Ishvara, how has it come from? Where has it come? Kasmat Gamishyati. Where is it going to end? Is it ever going to end or not? Kasmat Gamishyati iti prashnam kuryat. This is called as the Pariprashna. What is it called? And over there, Vinayabhyam means also that the person should do the seva. Is not it? Pariprashnena sevaya. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Sevaya means not seva. Sevaya means आपने खीर बना के नहीं खिलानी. What is sevaya means? This is the tritiya vibhakti of seva. Sevaya, through seva. Okay? Means humility. It is not work that you are doing for the teacher to oblige him. One must have that sense of seva, that I am having this opportunity of doing the work for him. Then that itself is my privilege. Sevaya. Hmm? Then what happens? Now with these three, Prashnena, now ask the question. And these questions like these is called as the Pariprashna. Don't go and ask the teacher which shampoo you are using. I don't require shampoo. I don't even require a towel to wipe my head. What shampoo? Done, taken bath, done, finished. Shake the head, the water is gone. He asked the proper question. Pariprashnena say. One fellow, there is one word in Hindi, Guru Ghantal. Guru Ghantal. सुना है? हाँ, हाँ. A person who is very cunning and shrewd is called Guru Ghantal. हाँ. So one person asked Maharaj Ji, Maharaj Ji, what is Guru Ghantal? So Maharaj Ji said, sit down, that you are. Anyways, iti prashnam kuryat. Furthermore, parikshalokan, we did this mantra this morning. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmano nirvedamaya nastya kritakritena tadvishyanartham sagurumeva vikachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtham Mundaka Shruti ityadi Shrute. What is the meaning of this Shruti? Pariksha Lokan. Pariksha means Nishchitya. Kim Nishchitya? Pariksha karna hai, matlab kya? That are you at this conclusion firm? Confirmation that this world is how? Anityam. Okay. Now, one more conclusion that you can come to is Anityam Asukham Lokam Imam Prapya Bhajasva Mam. है ना? Anityam Lokam and Asukham Lokam. And this is what you are experiencing. Now, though what, this Asukham, how can Lord call this world as Asukham because, eating pizza and ice cream is Sukham or not? And somebody then praises you. Is that Sukham or not? You have to be in Rishikesh when the temperature is 4 and 5 degrees, and then when you get a hot bucket of water to take bath. Sukham or not? Sukham. So, when there is Sukham in this world, why is the Lord saying Anityam Asukham Lokam? So, now you have to come to that conclusion too. That itself is going to be Pariksha. And then Pariksha Lokan Karma Chitam. How this Loka and even the Paraloka is also seen and concluded by him as Anityam Asukham only. And then Brahmana, who is a Brahmana? Oh, meaning of this word Brahmana in this context. Mira Bhide.
जिज्ञासा लेने वाला, ब्रह्म ज्ञान चाहने वाला तो ब्राह्मण.
Brahma Jijnasu is called as Brahmana over here. The word Brahmana is also used for a Brahmajnani as well as a Brahmin of a person of the priest class, of the learning class, is Brahmana. But in this context, the word Brahmana means Brahma Jijnasu, that Brahma Jijnasu should approach the teacher. And why are you allowing this meaning to the word? Why aren't you keeping the meaning of the word to the person of the caste Brahmin? Because a person may be Brahmin, but does he have Brahma Jijnasa? The person may be Brahmin, but does he have this Nityanitya Viveka? The person may be Brahmin, but does he have the Mumuksha? And therefore, we are talking about a person who is going to approach the Brahmajnani teacher in order for his that the jidnyasa to be quenched. And therefore, who is he?
Brahma Jigyasu, therefore
And
Brahma.
therefore, the meaning of the word Brahmana naturally culminates, allows you to apply this meaning to the word Brahmana as
Brahma
Brahma
Jijnasu.
Brahma Jijnasu. Okay. Brahmana nirvedamayat. So thus a person now who is a Brahma Jijnasu has concluded about this world and Paraloka as Anityam. And then nirvedamayat. What does he attend? Nirvedam ayat means what? Prapnuyat. You remember, no? What? Nirvedam means what? This is another fifth type of Veda or what?
Vairagya.
What is the meaning of word Nirvedam?
Vairagyam.
Vairagyamaya. Okay? Let him attain the Vairagyam. And then, what is the nature of his Vairagyam? Nastya krita kritena. Moksha is what I want, and this moksha cannot be attained through karma. Kritena. Moksha is akrita. That what is nityam akritam cannot be attained through
Kritam.
karma, kritam. Nastya krita kritena. And therefore, tad vijnanatham, in order to know Brahma, Brahma cannot be attained, Paramatma cannot be attained, karma will be attained therefore through knowledge, and therefore in order to attain that knowledge, Saguru Meva Bhigachet. How does he go? Samit Pani, carrying the Upahara, Upahara Pani, Samit Pani, and Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. What is the teacher? How is the teacher? To whom he has gone? Gurum,
Teacher is
Shrotriya,
Shrotriya
and
and Brahmanishta.
Brahmanishta. Shrotriya means what?
जिन्होंने 6 शास्त्रों का अभ्यास किया है.
Shastrajnam. So he has the parampara, tradition of knowledge, Vedic knowledge. He is not some Swayambhu, not Swayambhu and all that. No. Okay. So how is he? Shrotriyam. And then also he is Brahmanishtam. Hey, you yourself do not know what is Brahman. How will you know who is Brahmanishta? And therefore, the word Brahmanishta. Oh, this teacher is fully established in Brahmana. Why? Because whatever he says, he told one person, you will get children, then he has immediately had children. Is this Brahmanishta? Somebody was not getting married. He said, you will get married next month. He got married before the next month also. So powerful Ashirvada. This is Brahmanishta. Hare Brahmanishtam is one. What do you mean by that? Huh? the one who is engaged only in Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasanam. Otherwise, you will not know a person is a Brahmajnani or not. There are no external signs, no external signs. क्या बोलते हैं चिन्ह को? चिन्ह means what?
Mark.
Lakshana.
Visible signs, mark.
There is no such marks, etc. Oh, he's very tall. That's why he's Brahmanish. What Brahmanish? Then we had some people like, he's very Tejasvi. Now, what Tejasvi? He's just taken bath and come down. That's why. By the way, I must tell you, Tejasvi means the person who has Durdamya Utsaha. He is whose knowledge does not get subdued due to the situations. That is called as Teja. He is whose enthusiasm, he is whose energy, he is whose knowledge doesn't get subdued because of the external situations is called Tejasvi. Okay? So now it is not, the Bhagwan Bhashakara also says, Natvagat Diptihi. It is not the shine on the skin, which is called as Tej. Natvagat Dipti. Who is a Brahmanistha? So the person who is having no other engagement other than Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasanam. Such a person is called as Brahmanistha. Let him go to such a Brahmanistha, Mahatma, fall at his feet and request for that knowledge. Shri Krishna Bhagavan says, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha iti Gita vachanacha. So we have the Shruti and we also have this Smriti, by which we know that Guru Pasatti is inevitable. You see, this is not an optional thing. चलता है यह. एवं शिष्येण प्रार्थितः सद्गुरुः दयया सत्वरजस्तमो गुणैः जीवेश्वर जगताम् आगमन प्रकारं बोधयित्वा आत्मस्वरूपमपि करतलामलकवत् बोधयति. Thus, when the disciple prays to the teacher like this, and when the teacher is pleased with his sincerity and also with his humility and his true desire for moksha, when the teacher observes, the teacher naturally, his heart melts with compassion for him. And Prarthitaha Sadguruhu Dayaya, out of compassion, the teacher speaks. The teacher does not speak because, oh, he has brought a nice upahar, so I will give him more knowledge. That is that. Okay. So Shishena Prarthitaha Sadguruhu Dayaya, out of compassion, Sattva Rajastamo, he explains the Jiva Jagat and Ishvara. And what is the method that he adopts to explain? Through the Sattva-raja and Tamogunas. Agamana prakaram bodhayitva. Sees to it that the Shishya really understands all the three very well. Through the three, explanation is through the three gunas. Then Atma Swarupam api, and then also tells him what is the nature of the self and allows the student, the disciple, to understand the nature of the self as clearly as the berry on your palm. Karatala amalakavat. Correct? Bodhayati. Thus, these are the two things which the teacher makes him understand. What are the two things? Satvarajastamo gunihi Jiveshwara Jagatam Agamana Prakaram 1 and Atma Swarupam. These are the two things. Bodhayati Asya Adhikarinaka Sadhana Chatushayam Cha Bahujanmachita Punya Punja Paripaka Vashad Ishvaranugrahena Labdhamiti Veditavyam. Now, for this qualified person, please know this sadhana chatushtaya that he is endowed with. So, but then it is natural for them, for us, that he has gone through several processes in many, many lives. It is not ordinary. So, Bahujanmajita Punya Punja Paripakavashad. And this Punya Punja, which is required even for Brahma Jitnyasa, for your inclination to be on the path of this knowledge, that punya is also of different nature. Because the punya which will give you putra, vitta, and loka is of different nature. Okay? And that punya which you require, even the punya, if you have the punya of having the putra, but that is not the same punya by which you can go to the swarga. You understand? That's why we have people who have children but who don't have wealth. And there are people who have wealth, but then they do not have the family life. And so, like that, there is this problem. So, there are different. So, this punya which is required to be on the path of knowledge is a different punya. But this punya paripaka has taken place. Ishvara anugraha has taken place. Ishvara anugrahena labdham. And so, this even inclination in your life, wanting to know the nature of the self, the nature of Parameshwara, what happens? It is only due to Ishvara's grace. That grace he has earned through many, many lives. Iti veditavyam. This should be known. Otherwise, oh, God has given him that kind of a thing and not to me. Oh, why he is God's son-in-law or what? The special thing, treatment for someone. No. You will also, Ishvara gives you that grace, but you have to make yourself available to it. And etat tattvajnana dayakam gurum Ishvarameva vidyat. So like how you have this bhavana that, that Shalagram is Vishnu, and so on and so forth. It is just not bhavana that this guru is Ishvara. Now the student has to have this bhavana also, upasana. But also at the same time you should know he is someone who has realized that the teacher is the one who has discovered his identity and therefore is one with Ishvara. Please come. आइए बैठिए और कुर्सियां लगाओ बेटा एतत् लब्धं ईश्वरमेव विद्यात् एवं यो गुरुमुखात् जीवात्म परमात्मनोः अभेदं विचार्य जानाति स एवं मुक्तिं गमिष्यति इति सिद्धम्. Thus he who knows it from the mouth of the teacher. Why mouth of the teacher? From the mouth of horse's mouth, which means it is anubhavajanya jnanam, and therefore at paramatmano abhedam vicharya janati saiva muktim, and that evakara is anya vyavartakam, and therefore muktim gamishyati iti siddham. This is proven, this is established. Iti dvitiya varnakam. Thus here we complete the second chapter. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashitau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Muktiveda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinam Taye Namaha